Hi everyone, hi my subscribers, my audiences. Welcome to my channel and thank you for clicking on the video and visiting my channel. I'm the normal and this is the first time that I have ever spoken on my channel, on my video. And normally I would do handwriting and calligraphy practice with my hands, and sometimes I would communicate with you via some written lines. However, today is a very special video that I can't think of a better way to communicate with you rather than speaking with my own voice, so that you can feel like a friend is sharing her thoughts, her experience with you. Yeah, and the topic of today's video is how I started my handwriting journey and how much of the positive impacts that handwriting and calligraphy practice has brought to my life and maybe to your life too. I would like to thank you very much for all the amazing support that you have given me in the last 2 years. I uploaded the first video on 22nd of September 2019, and in the last 2 years I have received a lot of supportive comments, knowledge sharings, and even though I have only a very small community, it's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey that handwriting and calligraphy has brought to me. Thank you very much for all the support. It was 2-3 years ago when Instagram started suggesting handwriting videos to me. These were the videos that were written in dip pens. I have never seen dip pens before, so and the handwriting was perfect. So in the beginning I thought it was some kind of machines that were creating the words, so I was not interested at all, because of course machines are perfect. But then more and more videos were suggested to me, and I started seeing like real people writing, and I was like, how is it possible? Like, how can humans write with that much of precision and perfection? So I was very impressed and interested in practicing and to see if I can ever reach that level or not. So in the summer of 2019 I traveled to Poland. I stopped by a small stationery shop, and there I saw dip pen, I saw calligraphy ink. Those were just the student supply. I still remember the stinky smell of that ink. Yeah, it was the pen and ink that I used in my very first video on this channel. By that time I started practicing handwriting. If you are interested in knowing how I started and how I practice my handwriting, please comment below and I can make another video. After the last 2 years, I have to say my handwriting has improved a lot, and I have learned many different styles of handwriting, tried a couple of tools, fountain pen, dip pen, gel pen, brush pen, etc. And I totally love every single of them. So what are the benefits of practicing handwriting and calligraphy? First of all, I become more patient. In the beginning, when I started practicing handwriting, I follow some styles that I really like on Pinterest. I pin them to my board, and then I follow the handwriting and practice accordingly. But day by day, week by week, I didn't reach that level that I saw from Pinterest. Maybe I can write the letters, but not the words and the sentences as perfectly as what I saw. So I was pretty frustrated, but still I didn't stop practicing. I started analyzing what are the differences between my handwriting and between what I see on Pinterest, and I started learning about the differences, and then I work on the differences. Then I kept practicing until the handwriting becomes my handwriting, and it was not an overnight improvement. It was day by day improvement. Just like when you learn a language, you don't know the language in one day. You don't speak with a perfect accent after a week, but it takes time. And yeah, you just need to give yourself time and patience. And that leads to the second point, which is practice makes improvement. Yeah, practice might not makes perfect all the time, but practice definitely makes improvement if you put in enough practice. When I started practicing, so on Instagram I followed quite many artists, and there was one time I came across one post of one flower artist where she was showing her past work when she started practicing flower painting. To me, her paintings are perfect. However, when I look at the very first paintings from her, I would say it's not that much difference from what I was doing. And I realized I need to practice. Probably I need to put in more time and more effort so that I will reach that level. So from then on, when I practiced my handwriting, I keep all of my old notebooks, my old practice sheets. I'm still very far away from where I want to be. I just go back to my old notes and look how far I have gone. And I can clearly see the improvements, like by weeks, by months, or even by days. And if I have gone this far, and if I keep practicing, probably I will get to where I want to be. If not today, then tomorrow, sometime in the future. So I practice without giving myself too much pressure and just enjoy the process. And the third thing is the thing that I have only realized recently, and which is also the reason that urged me to do this video and share with you. I realized calligraphy is a form of meditation. My friend told me when I start sitting on my desk and writing, it looks like I don't care about anything else. I don't even know what other people are talking about. I'm totally lost in my handwriting, in the process, in the strokes, in the pen, just in my practice. And that is true. When I start writing, I don't even need to think of what quotes I want to write, unless when I write for my Instagram post. But if I just write for the sake of writing, or if I just write for the sake of practicing, I don't care. Like, I can just take a random pen that is currently inked and then started putting any word on the paper. It can be anything that pops up to my mind, or it can be a random word that I see from the previous sheets. But sometimes when I'm really down in my mood and I want to cheer myself up, then I would pick a very positive word and then started writing. And that is for the first word. Afterwards, I just keep copying that word 100 times from pages to pages without thinking anything. I just focus on writing because the writing process itself is so enjoyable and satisfying. And after pages and pages, you might see your word becomes perfect. Maybe it's not perfect in other people's eyes, but it's perfect in your eyes. And when you get bored with one word, you can start writing the next word or the whole sentence and just keep copying without thinking about anything. And the amazing thing is, it brings me enjoyment. It doesn't make me get bored. Just imagine if you have to copy and paste something hundreds of times. Probably you don't want to touch it again. But this copying and writing the same word doesn't make it boring to me. It brings a break to my life, at least for some hours in the evening. It brings me enjoyment and of course better handwriting. So in the end, when you stop writing and then you see how much you have improved between your last word and your first word, it even gives you a sense of achievement. Isn't it great? The last thing is the desire to learn and explore more. I started because I was really interested in copper plates and writing with dip pen. And the more I learn about calligraphy and handwriting, the more I want to get to know other mediums of writing, such as fountain pen, which is now my most go-to tool. And I also play around with brush pens, gel pens, sometimes also with ballpoint pens. Like, I kind of want to explore more and challenge myself more with other types of pens. And I also want to learn different types of scripts. Once I have familiarized myself with one script, like the route cursive, then I wanted to learn the flourishing scripts, and then Spencerian, which is an amazing script. And in the future, maybe I would try to practice copperplate and some of the Gothic styles. These are some of my thoughts on the positive impacts that handwriting and calligraphy has brought to my life. How about you? What are the positive impacts that you have seen throughout your practice? I would love to see your comments and read your stories as well. And thank you very much for listening until this moment. And I hope to see you in my next videos.